Okay, so one thing we wanted to talk about with you all is lessons learned in this process, um, and that's about transportation. Obviously, when someone loses a foot, a leg, your loved one will need different transportation. And that's a wheelchair, it could be a manual wheelchair, it could be a power wheelchair like Mike has. Mike has a very souped up wheelchair. Thank God insurance did cover it.
Yes, Lord.
But he got it last year after the spinal cord injury. But I just wanted to just share with you all options. So we've all been driving around, and you'll see someone with a carrier or lift on the back of their vehicle, car or truck, for a wheelchair, manual one, or a scooter, or or a power wheelchair. We've seen them. So, and I don't want to hog the conversation here, but last year when Mike got out of the hospital, he had a power wheelchair, and when I started researching, and when we started researching the type of carrier he would need to carry the wheelchair, it was not cheap.
It was high.
They was high. And then I called a local company that's not far from here and told them what I needed, and it was almost laughable to me because the man was like, "Oh, that's probably about $4,000 for everything because we have to hook it up." And I was like, "No, I'm thinking you don't know what I'm talking about. Like you must think I need something completely different." And so as a result, we began to look for alternatives. Amazon and everywhere else. So the first thing I got was, and we'll share a picture, was the silver ramp. Okay, got this is that ramp. Got that from a local supply store. What was it, Tractor Supply or something? Anyway, it was like $200. So $200 compared to $4,000. You think this is gonna work? That's a deal. And all of the reviews online said yes, this will work. You can carry a wheelchair. You could get it up on your vehicle rather with that ramp. So we got that. It did not work because these power wheelchairs have the little wheels in the front, and it would not get up on the ramp. So that was the first thing we tried. Then also bought a small ramp for the door.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we did get that ramp to get in and out of the house.
Right. And now that worked. The ramp looked like this. Now that worked great to get in and out of the house. But we thought, oh no, that was just for in and out of the house, right? That was just for in and out of the house. That was not for transportation. And that didn't cost a lot. I mean, it was like $50 or something, I think. I can't remember. Maybe $50. What was the other thing we tried?
The carrier that lets down, so it's up, then it lets down into like a little ramp. So it's kind of like, if you in my hand, anyway.
Yeah, we'll share a picture.
Yeah.
So you can see that. But this is that ramp. But how much was that?
About $200.
About $200. Another $200. Okay. Tried to get the power wheelchair on that. It did not work.
It would not go up on.
It would not go up. Then somebody said, "Yeah, use the ramp that you have for the doorway."
To the house.
Yeah, for your doorway, and put that
on the little ramp on the carrier.
On the carrier, and your chair should be able to do that because you can't get in and out of the house on that ramp.
Right.
But for the truck, it did not work. It did not work. So it's really an ordeal, and we said lessons learned here. And so now Mike has the power wheelchair, and he got that last year. This year had the amputation, came home, and was able to get a manual wheelchair. And so that was one that I knew I could lift in and out of the vehicle relatively easy.
It's about 40 pounds.
Yeah, I knew I could lift it. My mom was in a wheelchair like that. I was accustomed to lifting it and everything. And so that's what we're using now.
Right.
And that was even an ordeal because we had to get a special prescription from the doctor. I say special. We had to get a prescription from the doctor so he could get the manual wheelchair. And even though...
So the insurance would cover it.
Right. And I know I'm really hogging this conversation. But
No.
I have to... But, yeah, the doctor wrote the prescription, but then the medical supply store couldn't fulfill it because the doctor did not write the justification for the manual wheelchair. And even though he had just had an amputation.
Right.
So, the red tape in America is very thick when it comes to getting medical stuff. I mean, and we waited for a couple of weeks. To get that prescription right, because it was a lot of calling back. I think they sent it again. It still was wrong. So it can be very frustrating. So today we are just here. It's been kind of a long day.
It's been 2 days been long.
And so lessons learned. If I could do it all over again, I would bite the bullet and get the real lifts. I can't remember. Did I say they were about $4,000? And not all of them are $4,000.
That's the price with it being installed and everything.
Right.
That's a little fancy one. It goes up.
Yeah, where they are flat with the ground. You just put it on there. It lifts up automatically, electrically, how you want to say it, and if I could do it over again, I would just get that one and be done. We wanted to get it installed, locally, because I didn't want to have to try to figure that out. I mean, you could look at these things and see them on Amazon and different places and buy them, and I don't know, maybe we could still do that and get somebody to install it. But if you find yourself in a situation where a loved one is in need of something like that, what I would say is, even though it may be a sticker shock to you, as it was to us, if you have the money, if you have the credit or whatever, go ahead and get that lift, because that's going to really give you ease of mind as you go along on this journey. I will say too, as I continue to hog the conversation, that I think when you first needed the power wheelchair last year, in my mind, Mike is going to be up and walking soon. We just had to get to that recovery, and he was. Right. You were driving and all of that, but then we had more complications. So I couldn't justify at the time getting the power lift because I thought, well, we won't need it forever.
We thought that we wouldn't need it very long, so that's a lot of money for that short period of time.
So and now, I mean, as we sit here, it's like, do we go ahead and get one? Do we go ahead and just do? I think we do. Even with the amputation, I think we should probably do that.
Yeah.
Look into it, because I think it will be much easier. I think it will be easier, not just physically, but just mentally. You'll have peace of mind of knowing wherever you go, that's there and it's, you know, functional.
Right.
Just you know, gonna be easier on anybody.
Correct.
You know, because sometimes you might have somebody else might have to take you different places or whatever, and if it's just on the truck and it's, you know, and that's the best chair to be in, really.
Correct.
I'm sure you would like to be in that chair versus the manual.
Yeah.
So anyway, okay.
I just had an arm workout with the manual one today.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's lesson learned. I'm sure there will be more, but we just wanted to share that with you all.
Yes.
Thanks.